Let's just talk a bit more in detail then, shall we, about Chelsea, because with this victory, it means that you're on 25 points in the Premier League table at the moment, which will be level on points with Arsenal, who are second in the table. Obviously, Liverpool still to play today, but you're currently 6 points behind Liverpool before they play at 4 o'clock. Man United with a chance. Dallo with the ball in, tries to find them out of the back post, but he can't control it. I mean, is there any part of your body that is maybe starting to dream and think of scenarios or situations where maybe if Liverpool drop points today and it is 6 or 7 points that might be the gap, that this could be a Chelsea team this season that can compete maybe for the Premier League, maybe not win, but maybe in the conversation come the final third of the season?
So I don't believe we've got a good enough team to win the title this season, but this is the weekend that things could kind of change in terms of results. So if we win by a lot against Aston Villa, and Liverpool drop points or lose at home against Man City, then I think we have to open up the conversation, right? Because we're over a third of the way into the season. Chelsea are level on points with Arsenal, who we all still believe are in the title race. Yep. Chelsea played against Arsenal, we drew against them. And so, again, I've seen title-winning teams, unlike somebody sitting to my left. She doesn't really know what it looks like. And title-winning teams have a strong spine. Chelsea's spine is still an issue. The centre of defence is a problem. The goalkeeper is a problem, and if you haven't got those two positions sorted, then you struggle to win titles. And you said at this game, Sam, early on we just give up opportunities. The top teams don't do that. Liverpool don't do that, and so we'll see how things play out.
Arsenal, certainly now everyone's fit there. Yeah. Traditionally, we know they're a hard team to break down, aren't they?
But I'm going to embrace it. If we win today and results go our way, then yeah.
Should.
I mean, one of the luxuries you've got is that you're playing with two different teams, aren't you? Basically,
Exactly.
your Premier League team don't have the exertions of playing in the week, and that could be maybe a big advantage, because you think Liverpool, City, I mean, we expect City maybe at some point to get back, but Liverpool, Arsenal, they could all go deep in the Champions League, couldn't they? They
could. They should be some of the favourites in that competition, because they've got such good teams and the Premier League is so strong. So we have got the benefit. We're in a unique situation where we can play a second team in the European competition, but I just look at the composition of this team. There's still so much I want to see done in terms of strengthening that I don't think we can go all the way, but we can definitely challenge. I think we'll finish in the top 4.
Jermaine, what do you think? Do you think this is the Chelsea team that is top 4 their priority, or should they be more ambitious and think, you know what, if Arsenal are in the title race, why aren't Chelsea?
Because of where Arsenal were over the last couple of years, and you look at where Chelsea were, to go from that to try and say we're going to win the league is a massive stretch.
Big job.
So I think what they should focus on is, like Kwek was saying, is maybe getting the top 4 and get Champions League football again, and then rebuild in the summer again. A few more additions here and there, strengthen. And then I think they'll next season will definitely be in the conversation of being a title contender team.
I mean, Abby, Aston Villa, I mean, this would be what, 7 games in a row, wouldn't it, without a victory?
Yeah.
If Aston Villa don't pick up a win here, I mean, if we look at the league table, they're currently sitting 11th in the table. It's been I mean, is this a blip for Aston Villa, or is this more of a bigger problem that Villa are facing this season, do you think?
I still think it's a blip. It's a long blip. It's definitely a long one. But I think that's just showing the ramifications of having European football, to be honest with you. I still think that their squad is really good. When I have a look at Spurs' squad, United squad, those kind of two teams.
What's he doing? What on earth is Emi Martinez doing?
Trying to pass it out the back, and Nicholas Jackson should have really scored that. I don't know what he's doing.
Jackson!
Too much time.
What are you doing? You're in my dream team, man.
Yeah, that was shocking. Again, I swear goalkeepers just want to throw me on the bus. I was saying that he was one of the best keepers in the world.
Kelleher wouldn't do it, would he?
Okay.
Wouldn't see that.
Again.
I would see.
Yes,
Emi Martinez has the ball. He tries to play it to Konza, and it's almost easy for Nicholas Jackson to stick a left foot out or right foot out and intercept it. But because he's so close to him, he can't kind of. When the ball comes into Jackson, he struggles to take it under control, and the ball sort of runs in front of him, and then Martinez, to be fair, gets down at Jackson's feet pretty quickly and intercepts it. But I think Aston Villa are giving away a corner now, but it's really, really reckless, and it just puts more pressure on Aston Villa. Chelsea have now got a corner. Calvin Bassey is down for Fulham. There's been a stoppage in that game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. There's Roy Hodgson, by the way. Roy Hodgson enjoying himself at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, because the former Fulham manager.
Day out,
yeah. Well,
nice day out.
Is it? Look at the weather outside.
Well, the stadium's nice.
Oh, the stadium's nice, isn't it? Yeah. But this is going to be a corner for Chelsea. But I mean, Abby touched on Aston Villa. I mean, Quaker with Villa under Unai Emery, again, mentioned 11th in the table. Is this Are you worried for them, or do you think, given the quality they've got, they will start getting back to it anyway soon?
I think inevitably they will get back to winning ways, but this is a difficult run for them. And then we all called it at the beginning of the season, it's difficult playing Champions League and Premier League when you're not used to it. And it's very rare for teams outside the traditional big six to break into that top four.
And sustain it.
And sustain it. It's only happened a few times in terms of, obviously Leicester did it, then Everton did it in the 04-05 season. Obviously Villa have just done it. Newcastle did it. All those teams in the following seasons struggled. And so it was inevitable that it was going to be a bit of a dip. But for Aston Villa, because of the stature of the club, because they have actually previously won a European Cup, you expected them to sustain it, especially with a manager that's well versed in winning trophies. And so this will be quite concerning for Villa fans. I know quite a few of them, and they're unsure. There are some Villa fans, some apparently online, singing, "Oh no, you're going to get sacked in the morning."
That's
Unai Emery.
crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
I want to believe that was AI, because this is the manager that brought you glory. This is the manager that's brought you back to prominence.
Inside the stadium?
Not inside the stadium, outside the stadium. But again, I don't know when.
That can't be real.
I hope it's fake.
Genuinely, that cannot be real.
This is a team, 3 years ago? Not even 3 years ago, was it?
Fighting relegation under, or when Gerrard got sacked,
I mean, what Unai Emery's done for that club is ridiculous, so hang their heads in shame.
I mean, that would be one of the most outrageous fans turning on a manager if that was.
It would be absolutely insane. And again, Villa are going through a patch of form that we all expected, but they've got such good players and such a good squad that I feel like they will turn it around inevitably.
Yeah.
Chelsea have got a corner at Stamford Bridge. Certainly in the last 10-15 minutes, it's been all Chelsea. Chelsea with a corner, 30 minutes gone. Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 0. Nicholas Jackson scoring after 7 minutes. It looks like it's going to be Enzo Fernandez that takes an in-swinging corner for Chelsea. Let's see how this plays out. Enzo Fernandez whips the ball. That's a really poor corner. Jermaine, you mentioned you got Nicholas Jackson in your fantasy team, and I tell you what, he's having some season, isn't he?
He's having a good season, and I was thinking about transferring him out, but I'm keeping him in now because he's, like I said, he's probably one of his best seasons so far in a Chelsea shirt. Yeah. There was one stage I think you need a new striker. He's not that guy, but he's really turned it around for him.
He has. He's turned it around this season, and again, I was probably one of those fans that thought we needed a new striker, but if you look at his development and how he's improved his game, how he's improved his finishing, which everybody derided him about, there's no reason why Chelsea should go out and spend big money on a striker that might not work. Chelsea got a terrible record when it comes to bringing in big name strikers, big money strikers. Shevchenko.
Goal! Oh,
Old Trafford. I think an own goal. That will be a Braithwaite own goal. Yeah. I think.
Well, Marcus Rashford's gone away celebrating, but as this ball comes in from outside the box, it takes a massive deflection of Jared Braithwaite in front of the Stretford end. Everton always like to turn teams round, don't they? Which never seems to work, but they carry on doing that. Not that's the main talking point from this, but it is Manchester United 1, Everton 0, 33 minutes gone. Ruben Amorim looking for his first victory in the Premier League. The camera keeps on cutting to Jared Braithwaite. It looks like it could be an own goal. It's a Bruno Fernandes corner that's worked out to Marcus Rashford, who runs onto the ball. He sort of connects with it just outside the box. He connects with it really sweetly, but it looks like to me this ball is going wide. It takes a big deflection off Jared Braithwaite, but a nice well-worked corner. Rashford gets good connection on it, and tell you what, it might just be sneaking in actually, but Jared Braithwaite sticks out a big left boot, and it takes the ball past Jordan Pickford. That means it's Man United 1, Everton 0.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.